Fellas.
What up? What up?
Yes, sir, man. Hey, everybody, man. Welcome to the Btg Pick Em Show 2023. You know, I'm your boy Ike Barron. Man, to my right, most likely y'all's left. We got my dog, the other half of Spoken Minds. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Flip.
You gotta tap the sound, CJ. Tap the sound, bro. I had to do the same thing so you could hear it. Jones, all right.
What's he doing? What's he doing? Drinking the water?
Who knows what Jones is doing, man?
He got that cricket internet still.
You got to click the little sound.
Click the
spot.
sound button. You got
Can y'all hear me though?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay.
Hit the sound button. You got to click the sound button.
The sound button.
Somebody text that man. Hold on.
I didn't have to do that though. I don't know why he's got to do it. I'm telling y'all, it's that cricket internet he be got. I'm trying to tell y'all.
Yeah. He got the same internet as Commodore.
Yeah, as Como had last night. Oh man. There we go. Oh Lord, you gotta love Jones.
Oh, gosh, man.
It's a lost
cause.
cause.
He was in here talking just fine, just a minute. No, now he gonna
he gonna go out and come back here, man. This guy here, we can't even get started. Well, while he's going, man, Drew, go ahead and introduce yourself, Flip.
What up, y'all? What up, y'all? It's your boy Drew. Check out the Infinity Link podcast whenever y'all get a chance. Of course, I always like, subscribe, and share it to BTG. Appreciate the platform, fellas. Excited to be here with y'all.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now. There we go.
Baby.
I better say fire the host.
No. We said you got that Commodore Wi-Fi.
That's it. Gentlemen.
Jones, I see you still haven't upgraded from the cricket internet.
Well, how you doing, hot dog?
I'm doing great. I'm doing wonderful.
You doing okay? See?
I'm doing great.
Yeah. Well, y'all know what it is, man. Chris Jones, fresh off the work scene. I'm at the right place, man. This is where y'all need to come to, man. Muscle and Burger Bar, man. Good restaurant here in the Ville. You know how we do, hot dog. We got to keep them updated on the good food spots. So
gotta keep them updated on the good food always.
Yeah, man. I ain't seen you in a long time. I see you got a beard now.
I'm trying to grow up a little bit.
I'm trying
to grow up a little bit.
It's about time, man. It's about time. So what we're doing? Let's get to it, man.
Oh man, we're gonna get to it, and we're gonna start off first thing first. Tonight's game. I'm sick about it too, man. You know, and I'm in 3 fantasy leagues, and 2 of my leagues, I drafted Kelsey in the first round. He's out tonight. Good. But you know, it ain't nothing serious, so he'll be back, and I'll be able to do big things with him.
I thought he was out for the season.
Nah, he's just out tonight.
No, just out tonight.
You gotta click that. You gotta
maybe
click
next
that
week.
link I sent, Jones. You gotta click that link I sent.
I was hoping he was
out. Man, but Drew, who you got tonight?
Man, I gotta go with the Lions. Chris Jones is out on the other side of the ball. I do expect, obviously, Pat to be Pat, but people also forget they lost a couple pieces on that offensive line as well. I believe Orlando Brown went to Cincinnati.
The Bengals.
Yep. So they're going to look a lot different this year. It's first game of the year. Of course, there's going to be jitters. Everybody expects the Lions to be an up-and-coming team this year. So I'm going to say they start that tonight by knocking out the defending champs.
Hot dog, who you got?
I I actually had the Lions winning before I heard about Travis Kelce. I was a really big fan of the huge run they made at the end of the last season. They won 7 out of the last 8 games, came just short of missing the playoffs. I had the Lions winning the division this year,
Yeah.
and I'm with what Drew said. They're up and coming team. I don't think it's up and coming. I think they're here now because they had a good year team last year and they got even better in the offseason. So I got the Lions winning tonight.
Yeah, man. I mean, I hate to piggyback off of what Drew and Hotdog said because just all of us agreeing don't even sound right. But
No.
This guy here.
I mean, I'm doing the TV.
I love it.
Yeah, more than something.
Tell them you live on TV right now, man. You can't be bothering you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my bad. I ain't no Louisville fan. Maybe that's what it is.
I can't stand this man.
Hey, chill out, man. Watch your mouth, Joe.
Hey, relax. We want to know. We want to know.
That's right. Don't we play tonight?
Both of y'all Louisville fans. I shouldn't even have said nothing.
Yeah, they played tonight against Murray State.
So, nah, but it will be quick. No, it's all good. It's all good, brother. So listen. So
Can't take him nowhere.
I know it, man. I just worked 13 hours and I need a drink. Yeah, but yeah, man. I'm going with the Lions. Definitely, man. Like you said, they picked up and they played really good at the end of the season. I'm gonna tell you like this though. I feel like Jared Goff is the top 10 quarterback in the NFL this year. Mark my words. Don't nobody talk about. He could be top 5. He could be top 5 this year, but I know he's top 10. People need to put some respect on Jared Goff's name. This is his year. He's gonna take the Lions. They're going to the playoffs. They may just get beat by the 49ers when they get there, but this still be a good year for them.
He just had to throw the 49ers in there right from the get-go.
I think the Lions are going to be a great team this year, but I don't think Jared Goff is going to be a top 10 quarterback.
I think Jared Goff does exactly what they need him to do. Take care of the ball, get it to their weapons. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jameson Williams, now Sam Laporta. Those pretty good running backs in the backfield. I mean, people don't talk about this. They have a top 3 offensive line in the league.
Yeah.
Nobody talks about that.
Success last year.
Hey, where I was
and their
saying
defensive line got better.
Hey, where I was talking about I lost Kelce, the person that I put in the lineup to replace him is Sam Laporta.
I expect big things from him. I liked him last year. I watched a lot of their games last year. Sam Laporta was very nice for Iowa. I don't think he'll be like a George Kittle or like a Noah Fant like they have had in the past. But Sam Laporta's nice.
Yeah. But I will say this, fellas. Even with Kelce out and Chris Jones out, I'm still going Chiefs.
Somebody
don't see it, man.
No, you don't even know about football for real.
Listen, I think
you don't watch football, right?
Out of like the last 18 years, there's only been 4 times where the team who won it all the year before lost the opening game the following season.
What's that team on your jersey?
Bucks.
That lets me know everything I need to know. Let's go. Moving on.
Hey, man.
Moving on.
I guarantee that bar in there where you are, they don't have anything that ages longer than how long it's been since your boys won Super Bowl.
They ain't got no liquor in the house. They got that age on it, do they?
You ain't got her now.
Yeah, I guarantee they ain't got no 30-year-old liquor in there.
You was bald headed last time the 49ers.
Hey, look, man.
And you was bald headed. You was bald headed with a beard and straight in. So where you going?
Hey, man, ain't nobody worried about you, Jones. But look, the Chiefs, they still got that bad boy, Patrick Mahomes.
He's bad. He's bad.
I just can't pick against them right now, so I'm still gonna go with the Chiefs.
Okay.
All right, these next few games we just gonna we're gonna run through a few of them.
Better slow down on that next.
We got the Panthers at the Falcons.
Man, that's over there. I got the Falcons.
Atlanta.
I'm going Falcons as well.
Falcons, man. That's an easy game.
I'm gonna go with the Falcons as well. They had a lot of big additions in the offseason. I don't like Desmond Ridder, but I got the Falcons winning.
I like him, man.
Yeah.
He's from
Poor
Kentucky.
Bryce Young, top 2 receivers, probably not going to play either. They ain't practiced the last few days this week, so
Yeah,
that's a tough way to start for him. But yeah, I can't. I got to go with the Falcons. They added some nice pieces of that defense. I think Bijan's going to have a great day, just a great start to his career.
Yeah, I'm going Falcons easy.
Everybody picked the Falcons out.
Yeah. All right, next up we got the Bengals at the Browns.
Bengals and the Rams. That's a good game.
Is
I'm
Burrow
gonna go ahead and start
play?
this off. Burrow is playing week 1, yes.
That's what they're saying. Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna start this off with a bang. I got the Browns in the upset.
Ooh, speak on it.
I think this. Hey, look, I think this game is going to be a really good game.
This is going to be Deshaun's first full offseason with the team. I expect Amari Cooper to feast on that weak secondary.
Yeah.
I got the Browns winning. The Browns kind of have Joe Burrow's number. If you've looked at the last few years, I remember last year on Halloween, they embarrassed the Bengals on Halloween on Monday night.
Hey, I'm impressed with you, man. I taught you something. I'm impressed with you.
You didn't teach me nothing.
You
You didn't teach me anything.
I taught you that.
You didn't teach me. But anyways,
Jones,
I got the Browns in the upset.
Jones, who you got?
I have to concur with Hotdog. I got the Browns with the upset. The Browns always beat Burrows. I don't know what happens. He beats everybody else. He can't beat the Browns. I think Deshaun Watson will play good. I think it's going to be an ugly game, but ain't they playing in Cleveland?
Yes.
It's in Cleveland.
Yeah, that stadium's going to be rocking. Week 1, Cleveland, the Browns and the Bengals. The Browns ain't coming out there live.
No.
So they got to lose just to leave the stadium. Because if they win, then they ain't coming out.
I'm with you, man. I'm with you.
Drew, who you got in this one?
Man, I'm gonna have to roll with Joey B, Jamar Chase, and them boys. Shout out to our guy Adam Kent, Willie Mays. You know, the whole people that like to give us hell.
Why did you do that? Why did you do that? Don't do that.
Because you know we gotta give something for our viewers, man. We can't.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
But yeah, man, I'm gonna go with the Bengals. I think they dark horse for a Super Bowl team this year. Not really a dark horse, but you know, one of my picks out of the AFC. So yeah, I got to start them off 1-0.
There you go.
I agree with you, Drew. I'm going with the Bengals.
That's crazy. Okay.
I'm picking the Bengals, but I swear I hope that I just jinxed them. So Adam Kent, if you on here watching.
Hey, I still ain't forgave you for the Super Bowl, man. I ain't forgave you for the Super Bowl, man.
I'm picking the Bengals. I think it's gonna be a good game, man. If Deshaun Watson comes out this year and plays like he did in Houston, this team is scary, and this team could end up winning that division if he plays at that level.
He's got Amari Cooper. They just traded for Elijah Moore from New York. They still got David Njoku. I mean, they got weapons, and of course, they got Nick Chubb.
So this year, we'll see if it was Deshaun Watson or Hopkins who was really doing the thing up there. Because I feel like it was Hopkins more than Deshaun Watson, but I don't.
Yeah,
that's just me though.
DeAndre Hopkins made Brock Osweiler look good.
Like Hopkins was
right.
Hopkins was the guy.
Hopkins made a few trash kills and all the rest of them.
Well, next up we got the Jaguars at the Colts.
I'm going with the Jaguars. Jags. I like Lawrence. He's got a team for a whole year. I think he came on late last year. Watch out for the Jaguars, man. It would not surprise me throwing it out there early, if they was in the AFC Championship game. Second year AFC Championship game, Trevor Lawrence, and they got Calvin Ridley. That's the sleeper team. They ain't gonna have no problems winning week 1. Promise you that. None.
What about you, Drew? Who you got?
I agree with Jones, man. I got the Jags. I like them in the playoffs this year. I like his prediction for the NFC or the AFC Championship game. Shout out to my boy Btg P. I think he's just gonna have them boys rolling this year.
Yeah, man.
Hot dog.
Man, I got to go with the Jags. I like what Chris Jones said. They added Calvin Ridley, added him a true number 1. Christian Kirk is not a true number 1, but he still had a really good year. They extended Evan Ingram. I like what the Jags did. I'm going to go out and make a bold prediction on the season. Trevor Lawrence finishes top 5 in MVP voting.
Wow.
I like that.
I don't know about that. But, I mean,
I can see
you know what?
I can see
You
it.
might be right, though. I think they're going to go undefeated in their division, so every week I'm picking the Jags in that division.
Yeah, I have to agree with that.
That may be the worst division in football right now.
I'm going
This
with the
might be
Jags.
the blowout. This might be the blowout of the week.
Yeah, I agree.
Agreed.
I'm going with the Jags as well. I mean, I was on the bandwagon last year. People were saying I was crazy when I was saying the Jags is the team that I like to watch play. Trevor Lawrence, I think he's a bad man. I believe that he finishes as a top 6 quarterback this year, and top 5 in fantasy quarterbacks.
Look out for the backup running back Tank Bigsby.
Y'all just made Brian Raines really happy. Brian Raines, y'all just made his day.
Man.
Shout out to our boy BR.
With
Man's crazy.
With y'all's Travis.
He almost crazier than you, Jones. Almost.
Plus, we was talking about the Jags, but we didn't really talk about the Colts and how bad they are.
They are pretty bad.
They're pretty bad. I like the quarterback though.
I tell you, yeah, but they said his accuracy's been his accuracy.
He was terrible. Bad. He was terrible at Florida. He's going to be even worse in the NFL.
And then
I don't see much for him.
This will tell you how bad.
Hot dog.
What?
Was he better than Malik Cunningham? Okay.
Come on, man. Really?
I just want to
say Malik Cunningham
That's not hard to do.
When Malik Cunningham had no talent around him, and Malik Cunningham actually tore it up in the preseason.
I've just been seeing a whole lot of Louisville shit today because they play today, so fuck it.
This guy here, man.
I hope you get food. I hope you get food poisoning.
Hey, this will tell you how bad their running back are. In every fantasy league that I was in, Jonathan Taylor was still getting drafted before all the other ones.
Deion Jackson, yeah.
They had Kenya Drake, and they let him go.
Mm-hmm. They really like Deion Jackson, man. He's a good sleeper pickup if y'all still looking for a running back. A lot of leagues I saw he didn't even get picked up.
Yeah,
he was solid. He was solid last year.
I actually think that they're going to end up picking up Kareem Hunt.
That would be smart.
That'd be a nice pickup.
They've been talking to him a lot.
Minnesota needs to do it for real.
Yeah, the Colts have been talking to him a lot, so
that'd be a good pick.
I believe that he is gonna end up getting picked up by the Colts. I don't think Taylor is gonna play at all. If he doesn't get traded, I think he's just gonna sit it out. I don't think he's gonna play.
Yeah, he might not play this year.
Now, if he gets traded, whoever picked him up,
you'll be happy.
Solid, yeah.
Yep.
All right, next up, we got my Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Vikings.
Terrible.
I got the Vikings winning 56-0. The Bucks is down.
I don't know who they no, wait a minute. I'm gonna go next.
Yeah,
we talk about how bad the Colts are. Let's talk about how bad the Bucks are going to be with Baker Mayfield. Chris Jones, your guy, Baker Mayfield.
He's not my guy no more. I wrote him off a long time ago. I wrote him off my taxes 2020.
Chris Jones, me and you used to sit at my kitchen table, and you used to talk about how great Baker Mayfield was going to be.
Well, you know what, Hot Dog? That's one time I'm gonna admit that I was wrong. Especially now that he went to the Bucs, I was really wrong. The longest and worst move he could ever do. His career is over.
Hey man, listen.
Yeah, I got the Vikes winning this game. Everybody knows Mike Evans is one of my favorite players in the league. I feel real bad for him, man. Mike Evans.
I didn't know he was still playing.
Are you
Most
serious?
of the fantasy people didn't either.
Hey, I drafted him in the league.
Yeah, I did too.
Y'all both drafted him. What?
I drafted him last
Touchdowns.
night actually, in our league.
They're not going to score any touchdowns this year.
They might let Kyle Trask play a little bit, but I heard he looked real bad in the preseason.
Oh, he's terrible.
Yeah, you'd have to fill us in on that. He looked real bad from what I heard.
He is terrible.
Yeah, he's worse than Baker.
But yeah, I mean,
That's bad.
I do like Minnesota's new addition of Jordan Addison. I think that's going to help them out a lot this year. KJ Osborne, I already liked, with the season he had last year to take another step. I do like the addition of the defensive coordinator. Brian Flores. I think he will help, but I still think Minnesota is a little garbo there. So Baker
absolutely.
probably, if Baker's going to get some touchdowns, and I do like the Bucs running back. Is it White? I think is his last name.
White.
Rasheed
White.
So I think he'll be the one that has a good season for him this year. But yeah, I'm not a Baker fan at all. I've said that since day one. I can't believe he got drafted before Lamar Jackson. It should be a crime.
It is.
So
Cleveland's still crying about it.
So who you rolling with, Drew?
Minnesota. I'm gonna say Minnesota 31-14.
I don't think nobody in the panel.
Man, what? All the games we talked about, why y'all gotta try to give a score prediction on this
one?
That's foul, man.
Now,
But anyway, I'm picking the Vikings as well.
Okay.
My Bucks, man. I just don't know.
That's when you know it's bad.
And Baker's one of those. Baker has been one of those guys where one game he might come out and you be like, okay, I like this Baker. And then the next 3 games, he looks terrible.
Terrible.
Yeah, so,
I think they're showing the Bucks game on the Discovery Channel. So
hey,
they can watch that right after Reading Rainbow.
But it's been so long since your team. It's been so long since your team won. They gotta show it on the History Channel.
Okay.
I was gonna say that, but I figured he'd use that on me, so I let it go.
Hey Jones.
Yeah.
The weekend that y'all last won the Super Bowl.
I don't want to keep talking about that.
Nah, for real. The weekend before y'all last won the Super Bowl.
Man, don't leave me alone.
Muhammad Ali had a fight the night before.
Yeah.
Muhammad Ali did retire right before the Cowboys won their last one, though. So,
right.
I'm gonna leave you alone, Hot Dog. I'm gonna leave you alone, man.
Next up, we got the Titans at the Saints.
That's kind of a tough one for me.
Yeah.
Saints.
Well, y'all know Kamar's not playing for 3 weeks.
Yes.
Yeah. I like Jamal Williams, though. I mean, I think
that was a nice pickup.
They picked him up just because they knew that was coming.
Well, that was another team that was looking at Kareem Hunt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they even brought him in for a visit and a physical, and he failed the physical.
Well, I'm going to go with the Saints because I believe in Derek Carr for 2 weeks, week 1 and week 2. After that, it's over with.
You know what, Jones? You make a great point. You sold me. I'm going with the Saints also, just because of that very same point.
2 weeks. After that, he's done.
Look, I'm going with the Saints as well. I think Derek Carr getting in this, a new team, a new system. I think he's going to actually do better than what he's done in the past. Having somebody like
Tomorrow.
Olave, I think he's going to play very well this year. I think Michael Thomas might even make a little comeback.
He had Devontae Adams last year, didn't he?
I was just about to say, if he couldn't win with Devontae Adams, what's he going to do in New Orleans?
But I think it was just that. I think it was that system.
Yeah.
I think it was him throwing
That John Gruden 2002 janky system, it wasn't working.
Yeah, see, that's what I think it was.
It was Derek Carr in the red zone throwing interception. That's what it was. He ain't gonna
You're
do
not
it
wrong.
weeks. After that, he's gonna ball his first 2 weeks. I mean,
yeah. So we all agree. We all going Saints.
we all gonna
Yeah.
say.
All right, man. 49ers
There we go.
at the Steelers.
Y'all go ahead. Go ahead. Let me hear
I'm
y'all.
gonna go first. I'm gonna go first if you don't mind.
If he says the Steelers
Go
coach,
ahead.
I got my second upset of the weekend. I got the Steelers upsetting the 49ers.
you do not believe.
Let me explain why.
Ain't no way you believe that.
If people were not paying attention, they picked up 3 new offensive linemen. They had the best draft of anyone in the draft. I don't care what anyone says. I know the Eagles had a good draft, but I think the Steelers had a little bit of a better one. They went out and got the offensive tackle they needed. They got Joey Porter Jr. in the second round. They got Darnell Washington in the third round. They picked up Calvin Austin in the fourth round.
Yeah.
They had a great draft. I think it's going to be Kenny Pickett has a better year with George Pickens and Deontay Johnson, Pat Freiermuth. They are loaded across the board. I don't think people are paying attention to them. I think they win against the 49ers.
So you're saying those 3 offensive linemen they drafted are going to block our defensive linemen in defense? That's real smart. Huh,
2 of them, if I'm not mistaken, Drew, 2 of them were from Philadelphia. Am I correct?
That draft pick's going to stop Bosa. That's what you're telling me.
What I'm saying is,
What you saying? Hot
and
dog?
they got Nate Herbig.
Yeah, so Herbig, they had Herbig the year before or something. They've had.
Oh, okay. But my point is, they made a lot of additions. I like to see Kenny Pickett take a huge step. We'll see what Brock Purdy looks like.
Hot
I
dog,
got the Steelers in the upset.
playoffs. Yeah.
Hey man,
Hey,
I
Ike,
can't
here's the
lie
comment.
to you.
Go ahead. That's a Mediterranean burger. Who y'all got? Who you got? Ike?
Who's that comment from, Ike?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out.
Oh, okay.
Hootie, man. Hootie. Ain't
I
nobody.
think this game is going to be a defensive battle. Honestly, I think the Steelers have as always, have one of the better defenses in the NFL. Of course, we know and don't have to speak on what the 49ers defense is like, especially with the addition of Jonathan Hargrave from the Eagles. I think that's going to be great for their defensive line. I see this to be a real low-scoring game, probably one of the more low-scoring games of the weekend. But I kind of like what Hot Dog said. I don't know why. When I was looking over the games, I had seen it, and I just think that Brock Purdy's first game back, they're not going to do much. So the Steelers should definitely be able to slow down that running attack. I got the Steelers in a close one, man. That's my second.
And it's at Pittsburgh. Don't forget about that part. It's at Pittsburgh.
That's what the kicker was for me, Jones. Is it's at
for
Pittsburgh.
Me as well.
I think they're going to take a step up and be a playoff team this year.
Other time zone got your mind messed up. That's what's wrong. You in that other time zone.
it's that cold weather.
Stay on the web. Can't even think straight.
Jones, I'm gonna let you cook last because I'm going to get this off. But I know in our text thread that we have a few days ago, I put it out there to all of y'all. I have the Steelers winning this game. If it was week 7, week 8, 49ers easy.
Absolutely.
But this week 1, I got the Steelers. Their defense is healthy. The 49ers offense, Brock Purdy coming back off of injury. Last year, he kind of surprised some people. You know, people weren't able to really game plan for him. Now they've had a whole year to game plan for this man. I just believe the Steelers defense will hold the Niners down. And I got the Steelers in an upset.
Plus, their coach running around telling everybody in the offseason that he's glad he doesn't have a very tough schedule at the beginning of the year.
It don't surprise me. It does not surprise me that everybody on the panel is picking the Steelers. I'm not surprised. But, of course, I got the 49ers. Everybody's talking about our run game, right? What y'all fail to realize is week 1 of last year, the first series of the game, Elijah Mitchell got hurt. So once he got hurt, our offense really didn't put up a lot of points until we got CMC. Then that's when the offense took off. Shanahan's run game needs a good running back. It can survive with a decent running back, but if you got a great running back, we put up a lot of points. That's a given. We got Mitchell and CMC week 1, game 1. The Steelers are in trouble in Pittsburgh. I said we put up 31 to 35 points. 35-14 is my score. 49ers. Look for CMC to get out. Look for Mitchell to get out. They're going to make it easy for Brock Purdy. This is going to be an easy win, man. I'm sick of y'all going against my team.
I got the score 85-2.
The only reason it's a safety because the ball gets over Wicks Morgan Wallen's head.
85-2. No, our defense is stout. Our running backs, we're going to put up a lot of points, man. Go ahead. You will see.
Who said that?
I said that to Jones. Where is the mute button?
He's a hater.
Whatever he was doing earlier, he needs to go. Whatever he was doing earlier, he needs to go back to it.
Yes, please. All right, we got next up.
What's the next game, Mike?
We got the Cardinals at the Commanders.
Ooh, oh my!
But I'll go first. Easy, the Commanders. The Cardinals, super trash. They're tanking. We all know it. We all know it. We all see it. They're most likely not even going to win a game this year. Trash. So I'm going Commanders.
Trash.
Yeah. I'm going Commanders too. Defense, for no other reason than the Commanders defense. I don't see Arizona kicking more than a couple field goals. Josh Jobs, as he's shown, is not the answer. He did look nice potentially last year in the playoffs when they needed him. I'll give him that. But I can't pick the Arizona Cardinals. Plus, F you, Jonathan Gannon.
Hot dog, who you got in this one?
I got the Commanders. Y'all talk about defense, but I'm a really big Sam Howell fan. I'm really anticipating to see what he does this year with him and Scary Terry. So I got the Commanders in this game.
I got the Commanders. I mean, like I said, it's a no-brainer, man. Arizona Cardinals suck, so I don't even want to spend too much.
Tell me you're tanking without telling me you're tanking.
Right?
Gosh, it's real.
They got Caleb Williams thinking about staying back in school already.
I mean, who are the Cardinals tanking for? Caleb Williams or
Caleb Williams? Caleb, yeah. He's
Caleb Williams,
unanimous number 1.
But did you all see right now in the mock drafts? Did you all see right now in the mock drafts for next year that the Cardinals might have the number 1 and the number 2 pick?
I did see that. Yeah, I did see that.
Because the Texans, they had the Texans first round pick. You know, the Texans aren't going to be good.
Right.
Yeah.
So they might get Caleb Williams and Marvin Harrison Jr.
So the Kyler Murray experience is over.
My Bucks will be in that mix.
Yeah, they will be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt. Y'all be a top 5 pick.
Y'all be top 5 pick for a long time, buddy.
The Indianapolis Colts, they'll be in that mix.
Y'all gonna be in that mix for the next 20 years.
Yeah.
Hey, it don't matter, Jones.
Long enough to get an offense and a defense.
Hey, it don't matter. And we will go all the way to the bottom and come back and win a Super Bowl again before your boys do.
Y'all ain't got that many.
Oh man.
All right, they got 2. Y'all got 2 Super Bowls. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but The last time your team won, you was running around in Spider-Man draws.
You was in the club. During that time. Probably was at the game drinking beer when you was 9.
Hey man, y'all silly. I love it.
All right, next up we got the Texans and the Ravens.
Oh man.
Easy money.
I'm going with the Ravens. Lamar Jackson, man.
Lamar
Ravens
Jackson
easy.
revenge tour starts in Houston.
I'm with the Ravens. I'm with the Ravens also.
Ravens.
Next up, this one should be a little interesting. The Packers at the Bears.
Ooh.
The Bears.
I would like to say the Bears get their manhood back and they win this game against the Packers.
Coach Klein, you got your man. Yeah. I'm with you on that hot dog. You got your manhood. Yeah,
I'm going with
I just like it.
That watch out for Justin Fields this year. I think he can have a good year, man. They building around him pretty decent. The division's wide open. I think they'll be in the mix with the Vikings and the Lions. They definitely win this game, though.
Can somebody please tell me who their running back is? For the Bears. Who's the Bears running back?
One of them. Khalil Herbert, and who else did they? I think
they drafted the Texas. Didn't they draft the Longhorns backup Roshan Johnson?
I think so.
I know Herbert is their.
Herbert was the number 2. Tariq Cohen's still there too, but he's like.
Is he still there? Are you sure? I haven't seen him in years.
Yeah, I think he's like a return specialist for him now.
But yeah, I got the Bears winning this game.
But yeah,
shout out to
Justin.
Shout out to Reggie. Shout out to Reginald Brown. He's a big Packers fan. He was really upset he didn't come on today. I say good call. I don't want to hear no Packers fans.
Khalil Herbert is their number 1.
Oh,
okay. Thank you, Ike.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good too.
I'm going to Bears as well. I think this is the year Justin Fields just goes crazy. I know y'all heard me in the y'all seen what I put in the thread back in the off season. I was hoping that my Bucks would make a trade. They were in talks with Chicago about trying to do a trade to get Justin Fields.
Yeah.
I was wanting it to happen because I actually think the man's gonna show off this year. They've got him a few more weapons. What you got? DJ Moore.
Got DJ Moore, yeah.
Yeah. They still got Darnell Mooney.
Yeah. They got Cole Kmet. They got Chase Claypool, whatever that's worth. And so, I mean, they got talent. Justin Fields just has to put it together.
I think this is the year they do it. I'm not sold on Jordan Love.
Well, the offensive line.
I know.
That's my only question on Chicago is their offensive line. Will their offensive line keep him healthy?
I would like to say one more time, shout out to Reginald Brown. Your Packers are finishing dead last in the division. You heard it here first.
Hot dog came on with a bone to pick.
Packers will be last. The Packers is done.
Hey, I'll say this though: if Jordan Love is better than average, if he's above average, I like them as a sleeper for the playoffs. They've still got a stout defense.
As a what?
As a sleeper for the playoffs. I didn't say division.
Like deep sleep, like Rip Van Winkle sleep.
Like when I told y'all the Eagles were going to make it that year, and y'all laughed at me, and they ended up squeaking in 9-8. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about them winning that division. But if Jordan Love is better than average, they will have a shot to make the playoffs.
If Jordan Love is better than average, they won't beat the Vikings or they won't beat the Lions. So I give them 5 games.
Vikings defense is poop, man. I think Vikings are going to take a step back.
I mean, people talk about bad the Vikings defense was last year. They let go of their best defensive player in Eric Kendricks.
And Patrick Peterson's gone.
Yeah, they don't have. They have.
That was crazy.
They have an over the hill Harrison Smith left.
And Daniil Hunter. That's it.
That's all they got.
Yeah.
They signed Michael Davenport from the Saints, and they're banking on him having a comeback year. But
A breakout year, yeah.
I really think just everything that I've looked at, I really see the Vikings being a team that I could see missing the playoffs entirely this year.
Wow, let's go.
See, I think their offensive lines. I mean, I think their offense is going to put up enough points to win them games.
To me, though, it's like you don't have to worry about the run with them. I'm sorry, but Madison doesn't scare me. None of their other backs scare me. So I'm going to sit back and make you run the football.
Well, if you letting them run, if they're running and you're playing your safeties deep, they're going to run the ball well.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
And if you come up and you try to stop the run, you really can't even try that, because adding Addison to go with Jettas, I mean, what can you get?
Yeah. I mean, their receivers are cold. I like TJ Hawkinson. I believe he's one of the top 5 tight ends in the game. They've got.
I forgot about him. That man just broke the bank.
They'd say above average offensive line. I wouldn't call them like great or anything, but they're above average. But yeah, I definitely just defensive wise and that running back situation, I don't see him doing much this year. I'll be right back, fellas.
Yeah.
All right. Well, next up we got the Raiders at the Broncos.
Broncos. You know they got Sean Payton now. Russell Wilson won't have another bad year. They actually were stacked everywhere else. Russell Wilson just didn't perform, but Sean Payton's a good coach, man. I think they're going to be way better than people thought. I was shocked Russell Wilson slipped so far in fantasy drafts. Like, he had one bad year. He was just an elite quarterback in the Seattle. So
I just think that coach was so bad that he just ruined the whole team. Nathaniel Hackett should never have gotten a NFL head coaching job. Never. When he was running that Packers offense, the only reason he was running that Packers offense, that was really Matt LaFleur and Aaron Rodgers running that offense. Nathaniel Hackett had nothing to do with it. I can't believe the Jets gave him a job. I really cannot. That guy's terrible.
Well, they did it for the same reason the Broncos did, Hot Dog. They thought Aaron Rodgers was coming. They thought that all they needed to do was bring him over, and that Aaron was going to come. Aaron's got some kind of close friendship with the guy. Obviously, he came out and defended him immediately after Sean Payton's comments earlier in the offseason. So they've got some kind of camaraderie going, and I think the Broncos whiffed on that one because they literally hired a coach thinking the QB would come along with them, and it backfired.
Yeah, that was it.
Who you got in the game, Drew?
Well, is this Raiders and Broncos?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta go, man. I think the Broncos are going to be a better football team this year just because of the coaching. So I think that things are falling apart, as you guys are seeing in Las Vegas. Chandler Jones is now unhappy. Darren Waller, when he left, was taking shots at the coaching staff and the GM and the organization. I think a lot of players are not happy with what's going on in Las Vegas. So I'm going to go with the Broncos on this one. I think the Raiders are going to have a rough year.
Right. I don't think nobody's going with the Raiders.
Yeah, I got the Broncos as well. I do think that Russell Wilson has a bounce back year. It won't be like his Seattle years, but it'll be way better than he was last year. Yeah. I think Cortland Sutton has a big year. Their backfield kind of, I'm not for sure. Like
they're getting Javonte Williams back, which is huge.
But that's what I'm saying is we got to see how he's going to play coming off of that injury. Is he going to be the same as he was before he got injured, or does he lose a step?
Yeah.
And also, the Broncos had one of my favorite additions in the offseason. They picked up Samaje Perine.
I think
that was a big pickup for them.
I think Perine's going to be all right.
I got him on my fantasy, so I think he's going to be all right too.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think he'll be the starting back because Williams always gets hurt. So
they will be playing without Judy though, right?
Judy's hurt too. Yep.
Yeah, he's already hurt, man. I expected him to have a better year, but that man just can't stay healthy. So
can't stay healthy.
So we all agree on the Broncos.
Definitely the Broncos.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we got Eagles at the Patriots.
Who you got, Hot Dog?
I got the Eagles. Mac Jones is trash. I got the Eagles. It's F your team, Drew, but I got the Eagles.
I mean,
You got Jones.
Well, y'all know Jalen Hurts is my favorite player. So that needless to say, of course I'm going with the Eagles. You know, I mean, Jalen Hurts. I think this could be the year that people say, I think he's going to have a better year than Patrick Mahomes, individually in stats. I think the offense is built around him. Another year in the offense, he's already a smart player. Look for him to he could be the MVP this year. I think he's going to have a great year. He's going to have that good of a year. Him being the talks of being the best player in the league. This game is
I think he could have been the MVP last year, to be honest.
I mean, he's tough, man. Real tough, man.
He is tough.
Hey.
So I think the Eagles win this game.
Why Drew down there cheesing all hard? He's loving it.
One thing that's going to be interesting, Bill Belichick is known for stopping quarterbacks. Lamar Jackson, Tom Brady, he takes the quarterback out of the game. He makes you beat him on the run game. So this will be interesting because.
And if there's one player that always has a decent game against the Eagles, it's Ezekiel Elliott.
Ezekiel.
Well, he's going to have two. I say he's got 2 touchdowns on Sunday. Goal line touchdowns.
That damn Ewok.
Well, Drew, it's your team, so I'm gonna let you cook last. So I'm gonna give my take, and I'm gonna tell y'all right now who I got. I'm going with the Eagles.
All that drama for nothing.
I'm going with the Eagles. I do what Jones was saying though about Belichick. I do think that the Patriots slow down the Eagles' offense. Belichick's had a lot. Anytime he's got a nice wow to prepare for a team, prepare for an opposing quarterback, he always does well. I think the running game for the Eagles with Hurts and their backs.
Yeah.
I think that's how the Eagles end up winning. I think they're deep. They got a nice defense as well.
Yeah.
Mac Jones, he'll probably turn the ball over a couple of times because that's what he does.
Man, he is terrible. He is terrible.
He could probably fumble at least once.
Yeah.
I'm going with the Eagles.
That's it.
Go ahead, Drew.
Well, y'all know who I'm obviously going with. I'll give y'all a couple pointers as well. Patriots starting, it's either left or right tackle is out for the game. So our line should, whether it's Hassan Reddick or Josh Sweat or even Nolan Smith, they should have their way with the Patriots. Josh Jackson did not practice today. I know he had some legal stuff going on. He got acquitted of his charges. Shout out to him for beating that. And then so their starter, if he doesn't go, would be Christian Gonzalez, who was one of the better corners in the draft. I do like his upside. He's a big guy. I see them using him on A.J. Brown a lot, or even trying to bully Smitty. But I think those boys are about to go off. I do think this is going to be, just as the outlook for the Patriots seasons, one of their worst seasons under Bill Belichick. I think there is a reason for that. I think maybe they are ready to move on from Mac Jones as well. So I don't know, man. It does worry me a lot because of what y'all pointed out, Bill Belichick and what he's known for, and his scheme, if nothing else, being able to keep that game tight for at least for the first half. But yeah, I fully expect the Eagles to win this game going away.
I thought they was ready to move on from Mac Jones, but then they traded Baylor Zappi, right? They traded him.
Well, so he's back. They released him. They cut him and Malik, but they signed them both to the practice squad. And there's new funky rules with that, especially with the new quarterback rules, thanks to your boys crying about the NFC Championship game. So
Right.
you do get that emergency quarterback that you can elevate from the practice squad and not count against your 53 as well.
Yeah.
I like to give you something, Drew. I have 3 fantasy leagues this year.
Yeah.
I have Devontae Smith in all 3 of them.
That
I
was,
think he's going to establish.
I don't know how
himself
that
as a top
happened,
10
but it
receiver this
happened.
year. I think Devontae is going to establish himself as a top 10 receiver this year. And I think this year is the remaining doubters or people that have something quirky to say about Jalen Hurts. I think that goes away at the end of this year, too. And I honestly think, even though people think our defense takes a step back, we're a little weaker up the middle, maybe need some safety help. I am concerned about our linebackers. But I do think that our defense will be statistically better than they were last year. It'll be tough on paper just because we are playing tougher opponents this year. But I fully expect us to be a force to be reckoned with this year.
I think y'all's defensive line is better this year, but I think the linebackers is a concern. And
I'm
I
hype
think
about
that
our safeties. I like Reed Blankenship, and then I really like Sidney Brown, man. Looks like Polamalu plays a little bit like Dawkins, man. That man flies around. So I'm interested to see some of our young guys get run. But yeah, I'm really worried about our linebackers. I can't even front there.
I can't wait for the 49ers to play the Eagles again.
Jones.
I can't either.
Donovan said, "Wipe your camera off."
I just did. You know, he's an IT guy, so he knows all the stuff. You know.
And Donovan also says 6 sacks. Book it.
My boy. Yeah, and for those of y'all that don't know, I said something earlier. That's the other half. That's that's the host of our Infinity Link podcast. Y'all be sure to check us out. We're going to be recording another episode for y'all here in the next couple of days.
Okay.
I'm reading that comment.
They need to retire that jersey. Right.
Ain't nobody worried about what Donovan talking about, man.
That was funny.
That's my guy.
All right, what game we got next? So we all going Eagles.
All going Eagles.
Next up, Dolphins at the Chargers.
This will be a good game.
Hey, I'm going to go first. Hey, Moody, I'm going Dolphins.
On the road, right?
Moody, I'm going Dolphins.
Moody.
Man,
Moody. I'm going Dolphins.
This was the game that, man, when we did our little pick 'em for your pool, Ike, this was the game that I sat on the longest. Both teams don't really, you want to see Staley if he's a competent coach at all. They've got to have some kind of answer for blowing that 28-point lead last year. However, I do think that the Dolphins are a team with something to prove this year too. So, man, that one's a wash. But I guess if I got to go with somebody, I'm going to go with the Miami Dolphins. Sorry, Moody.
Ooh. Hey, man, see, y'all know me, man. I wrote down Miami just because the Moody squad, and I just can't even, I don't want to hear the shit. I don't want to hear it. But, appreciate it. But, I ain't gonna lie, man. I mean, I had to think about it. Weddle was out. So, Weddle's out. So,
who?
What's his name? What's the wide receiver's name? Weddle? Ain't his name Weddle?
Waddle. Waddle's not
out.
Waddle's not out. No, he's not.
He was hurt, but he's not out.
Nah, Waddle said Waddle said he's gonna be good to go.
Well, right now he's listed as injured.
He's listed as questionable, but he said he's good to go and he'll be suited up week 1.
Well, what I seen 7 players on the injury report for Miami, and I seen 0 on the Chargers side. That's enough to tell me I need to take the Chargers, man. They playing at home. Everybody's healthy. I know Justin Herbert can throw the ball. I know they got 2 star receivers out there. I know they got the running back. It's going to be a high-scoring game, man. I think they win this one at home.
Hey, hot dog. I bet Moody is over like this.
Yeah, he knows.
Jones picked my team, so I know we're going to lose.
Yeah, he knows. He's about to do it again. I also have the Chargers winning at home. I'm a huge Austin Eckler fan. I really love the rookie they drafted first round, Quentin Johnson, receiver out of TCU. I really love that draft pick. They brought over Eric Kendricks, linebacker from the Vikings. I really like that addition. I got the Chargers winning this game at home. I'm not a Tua fan. I don't think Tua is that good. I just think he's got great weapons around him. He's got a good coach behind him. I got my guy Justin Herbert winning this game at home. I got Just the Incredible winning at home.
There you go, man. That's what I feel. Justin Herbert winning at home, man. Easy. I picked him to win. He said I hate his team, and I picked him to win. How's that work?
Moody, it was tough to go against you, dog. If that makes you feel any better, don't hold it against me, man.
Like I'm with you, Drew. This was the hardest game to pick.
This wasn't hard.
It should have been the game of the week. I don't know. I'm an Eagles fan, so I'm not going to complain that they gave us the national spotlight. But they definitely should have gave this the national game. I'm surprised they didn't.
It's a tough game. It's a game of the week.
It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a shootout. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Definitely going to be a shootout.
Yeah.
If you need a nap on Sunday, you could watch the Rams at the Seahawks.
Where Daniel at, man?
I think we're all 4-0 Seahawks on that one, right?
I'm definitely going Seahawks.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't think we got to spend
time
much
there.
Hey,
I'm going to say something real quick, though. Last year, we didn't think the Seattle Seahawks were going to win a game last year going into the season.
Right. So
and they shocked the Broncos on opening. They shocked the Broncos on opening night, and they made the playoffs. Geno Smith had a great year, got his bag. He deserved it. And they also drafted a really good receiver, the guy from Ohio State. It's a long, funny name. I'm not going to try to say it on the air.
Jackson Smith.
But thank you, Drew. Gives them another weapon for Geno.
Don said it enough. So Don's a big Ohio State fan. He told me
and they also drafted my guy from used to be played for Michigan, Zach Charbonnet. I really like the Seahawks to make the playoffs this year. They win this game big. They win this game big.
I think Charbonnet ends up taking over
for Walker
backfield.
It would make sense considering it would make sense considering Kenneth Walker played for Michigan State. Michigan always triumphs over Michigan State in football. It would make sense.
Man, the Seahawks win this game. I think the Rams are tanking to get Caleb Williams. That's it. They want Caleb Williams. Keep him in LA.
Here's what I say about that. I think their future quarterback is already on the team.
Who?
I think Stetson Bennett's the guy.
Oh.
Better than Caleb Williams?
Did you all watch Stetson Bennett in the preseason?
No.
He looked good. He's older than Jalen Hurts. He should look like a pro out there.
He is old, but the guy is a winner. Chris Jones, you're always talking about guys being winners. I'm surprised you don't like Stetson Bennett.
You said he's the future, like he got that many years left in the league.
That's fair.
He's got 2 or 3, and he's sitting on the couch. He's going to be 40 years old. You can't invest in him.
I think the Rams will look at Stetson Bennett and possibly being the next guy. Because I think this is Matt Stafford's last year.
I think Bennett's going to be the quarterback before the season's over. I definitely agree with you there. Matt Nursing.
Thank you, Drew.
Ain't got too many games left in him.
Yeah. No.
Nah, bro. He's about done
shout
for real.
Out to my guy Daniel. That is Matt Nursing Home Stafford. Don't forget the nursing home.
I can't wait to call Daniel after one of these Rams games because they're going to lose every game, and I'm going to remind him every game. Sometimes he needs that reminder. So.
Man.
Next up, we got the Sunday night game.
Uh-oh.
We got the Cowboys.
Yeah, bring it up.
We got the Cowboys at the Giants.
Well, y'all know who I think is going to win the game. The best player on the field is Saquon Barkley. Better than everybody.
Here we go.
So, obviously, I'm going with the Giants. This was the easiest game to pick to me. This was a no-brainer. The Giants. Daniel Jones will outplay Dak Prescott because that's what he does. Saquon Barkley will run all over that defense. I see it being 21-9 Giants. Monday night.
Oh man. Oh man. I
Well,
just lost a
yeah.
few brain cells.
Y'all know how I feel about both these teams. If there was any way they could both lose, I would definitely be in support of that. I'd even be down for a tie in this game if they want to do that. But being realistic, and I know I'm going to shock some people, and I'm probably going to have to throw up after I say this. I think the Cowboys win this game, man.
Why is it a shock? The Giants are terrible.
The Giants
you know, I do think Cooks is going to open things up a little bit more for Gallup rather than CeeDee Lamb this year. The only thing I worry about with the Cowboys is their tight end position. I don't think they're very strong there. But I do like the pickup of Deuce Vaughn and, of course, Stephon Gilmore on that defense. So I like them when they're not playing the Eagles. So I'll put it that way.
I respect that, Drew. I respect that.
Hey, man, I got to go rinse my mouth out with soap. I'm going to get killed in Philly for this.
If Hotdog was a Duke fan, he'd have the holy trinity of my hated teams. Yeah, I'm not a Duke fan. I'm sorry.
Hey, I don't know. I don't know who said it, but
Donovan.
Most likely Donovan.
It was Donovan.
Cowboys, Michigan, and what did he say? If you were a Duke, Duke. Yeah, Cowboys, Michigan, and Duke. That'd cover all three for him.
Who you got, Ike, man?
I'm going with the Cowboys.
As you should.
Yeah,
I don't. To me, it was an easy pick, but go ahead.
Listen, I like Saquon a lot.
He's the best player.
I think he's gonna have a great year on a team that's not gonna be that good.
He's not happy there.
Yeah,
200 yards, 2 touchdowns.
I still think he's gonna have a great year.
He wants that. He wants to show he's still worthy of that deal. And deals for running backs is dead.
Yeah, Daniel Jones.
You're right, Drew.
Daniel Jones.
Terrible.
That was, man, I will say that was probably one of the most disrespectful moves of the offseason, giving that man all that money and then telling Saquon you ain't got enough for him. That was probably the most
Saquon's the only reason Daniel Jones is relevant.
You're right. And Brian Daboll convincing him not to turn the ball over every 3 plays.
Yeah, no kidding.
I'm going Cowboys easy. I don't even understand why this is a Sunday night game.
Why do people still believe in the Cowboys?
Wait a minute. It's my turn. Y'all talk.
Hey, man, there's people still believe in Santa Claus. Chill out, Joe. It's all right, man.
But Chris Collinsworth came out and said it last week. If they could have the Cowboys every Sunday night, they would. I know y'all heard that. Yeah. I'm not making it up.
No.
Let me answer a couple of things before I get to it. Chris Jones, did you say Saquon Barkley is the best player on the field Sunday night?
Yeah.
Have you not watched Micah Parsons play?
Micah Parsons is the best player on the field.
He's all right. He ain't better than Saquon.
Hey, can we mute his mic, please? Mute it. Drew, you said you're worried about our tight end room. We don't have any stars in the tight end room, but they can make plays. I like Jake Ferguson. I like Schoonmaker, and even Peyton Hendershot's solid. They're not stars, but they're good young players that have a lot of potential. I love the additions we made. We went out and got a true number 2 to free up CeeDee Lamb, Michael Gallup. We went out and got Stephon Gilmore to babysit Trayvon Diggs in the back in the secondary. We're getting Jordan Lewis back, our slot corner. We had a really good rookie linebacker out of Texas, DeMario Overshawn, but he tore his ACL the preseason. I was more excited about that than anything. And of course, Deuce Vaughn is going to be a little bowling ball, going to be hard to bring down. I'm excited about him. But all that, the Cowboys beat the Giants. I'm going to end this with one stat. Did y'all know Dak Prescott has not lost to the Giants since his rookie year?
This is a good year to do that.
It's just too bad Dak don't get to play him in the playoffs, huh?
I wish we would. Unlike what is up? The Eagles every year get a cupcake week 1. Every year. Y'all get a cupcake every year week 1, and we got to play on Sunday night against
You
a
play the
relevant team.
Giants every year, week 1. That's what more of a cupcake if you wanted until
Nah,
last
we
year.
played
That
the
was a
Bucks last year
cupcake.
we played the Bucks last year week 1.
Y'all
And we played the
Oh,
Bucks the year
that's
before
right.
that on
That's
week
right.
1.
Y'all played the
That's-
Bucks back-to-back seasons.
That's right. That's
And the
right.
year before that, we played the Rams the opening night of their new stadium on
I'm
Sunday
just
night.
glad we're not playing Washington week 1. I got tired of playing them week 1 every year.
Yeah, that is. Yeah. At least this game's kind of interesting, a little interesting
Right.
for y'all. But the Cowboys win this game 10+. I don't believe in Daniel Jones. Saquon Barkley is the best running back in the division, even though Tony Pollard. But it's not enough.
I do like their addition of
Wait till we
Isaiah
run
Sims
back.
on defense. I'll give the Giants that much.
Can't wait till we run this back, man. The Cowboys lose big time.
And Darren Waller's a good addition on the offense.
Yeah. They had a couple. The NFC Beast is back for another year.
Yeah.
But I got the Cowboys easy.
Mm-hmm.
Then,
I like the Jalen Hyatt draft pick myself.
I like Hyatt.
Hyatt was all right. Yeah, he was a good pick. I get that.
I heard in a practice he was torching Sauce Gardner.
Yeah, until Sauce got him back when they got in the actual game. The Hard Knocks was actually pretty decent this year. I still got to watch the last couple episodes, but I actually enjoyed a couple. They made Aaron Rodgers look human. That's hard enough to do.
That's weird.
Well, speaking of Aaron Rodgers, the Monday night football game, we got the Buffalo Bills at the New York Jets.
Yeah. Who you got, Drew?
Man, God, I knew y'all were gonna start me off on this one. So I'm gonna just go with how I picked in the pool. I'm going with the Jets, man. I think this is a year of new beginnings for them. I think you'll see Dalvin Cook a lot more than you will Breece Hall, especially in these earlier weeks. I think their defense is going to be a top 5 defense this year, barring major injury. I like what the Jets have done there on the defensive side of the ball, and they upgraded their offensive line, which was probably one of their biggest issues from last year. I like the Jets to take this one.
Yeah, I'm the same way, man. I'm going with the Jets. I feel like if Aaron Rodgers is going to show out any game, it's going to be Monday Night Football, Week 1. The New York fans will fall in love with Aaron Rodgers. He always plays pretty good on the big stage. You know, Josh Allen does too. I just think Aaron Rodgers, we're going to have a vintage Aaron Rodgers. Week 1, the Jets get it done, and they're playing at home. So there you go.
I doubt.
I want to start this off with 2 bold predictions before the beginning of the season. One, I think the Bills take a step back from where they. I think they take a step back. I think the drama between Diggs and the Bills is going to be shown on the field. I also think that Garrett Wilson has a Jettas type season he had last year.
Ooh.
With that being said, I had the Jets winning this game on Monday night.
Okay. Everybody picking the Jets, huh?
Not me. I'm going Buffalo. I agree that I do think the Bills are going to take a step back this year.
Yeah.
But I think they win this game. The Jets, that getting Aaron Rodgers, even though, they've been practicing and stuff, it's going to be their first game really dealing with him. And if we all know, can't just say the Packers because Aaron Rodgers always starts off the season slow. The first week or two, he kind of starts off slow, and then he picks it up and has a great finish of the regular season, and then he folds in the playoffs again. He goes back to his week 1, week 2.
Yeah, that's what he does.
Drew, you were talking about the Jets having a really good defense. I also think that the Bills have a really good defense.
That's true. I got him in my fantasy league. I know the Bills got to have a good defense.
Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson is definitely an animal. But I think Diggs still plays well this year.
Yeah.
Even though he's unhappy, I think he still plays well. I think he still puts up big numbers. Also, a person that I've been seeing that just kept falling in the fantasy drafts was Gabe Davis, which kind of shocking to me because I think Gabe Davis is going to have a season like he did last year. He's going to put up points. He's going to get single coverage because of Diggs drawing a lot of attention.
Yeah.
I'm going out on a limb, and I'm going against you guys, and I'm taking Buffalo.
I still don't understand the Bills' first-round draft pick of Dalton Kincaid, because didn't they just give Dawson Knox a pretty big extension last year?
Yeah.
So I don't understand that draft pick. I didn't understand it.
I don't know who said this, but you're right. You're right, man. I can eat, and I love wings.
He said they picked Buffalo because it reminds him of wings. That's messed up.
I thought he picked Buffalo because he was scared of Daniel. I'm just being honest. I love Josh Allen. I knew I didn't want them problems, so he picked Buffalo.
Nah, you know it's a lie because I sat in here and talked bad about the Rams.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, we gonna I'm gonna tally all of these up. We're gonna keep track of all of this week by week.
Yes, sir.
And hopefully next week we got a lot more games where we kind of picking different, because a lot of the games this week we picking the same.
His schedule is kind of doo-doo week one for real.
They just want to open up with the good teams, man. They want to build up a story. They don't want
yeah, look at this freaking schedule they gave us, man. After our bye week, we got a gauntlet. We play a playoff team every week.
That's crazy. It's crazy. This was a lot of easy games, kind of. May have to go over to the casino and just pick them all, honestly.
So before we cut the show out, I gotta tell y'all something. So I got on DraftKings. You know we can't use DraftKings yet. We have to wait a few more weeks.
To the end of the month.
But I got on DraftKings and I was playing around with the parlays, and I went and picked all the underdogs this week. Okay, I put $10 on all the underdogs to just straight up win.
Yeah.
The payout is $10.5 million.
It should be, because the chances of it happening is never.
Slim to none.
It's not going to happen.
It's never going to happen. All the underdogs winning the NFL is never going to happen. That's why they're paying you like that.
I just thought that was crazy, for real.
Pick about 5 or 6 underdogs, you may be in the money.
This is definitely a good weekend to go parlay. I'm mad I'm in Minnesota. They ain't got legalized sports gambling yet.
I was going to ask you about that, Drew. Y'all don't have sports betting?
No, they legalized weed this year. I guess sports gambling is next year.
Yeah.
That's Kentucky's flip-flops. Marijuana's coming for us next year.
Yeah. So I'll go over the bridge and place my ticket like I normally do. And I ain't going to mess with week 1. I'll probably get on it about week 3, man. These first 3 weeks is always crazy.
They always, man, and that's the crazy part is these games that were all unanimous. I'm real interested to see next week which ones that we were unanimous on that went the other way.
I may throw 2 NFL and 2 college picks on just to play, but you can't go for an NFL right now.
No, hell
no.
Too risky, man.
Who we got tonight, Hot Dog? Who's Louisville playing?
Louisville's playing
Murray State.
Oh, shit.
Up, boy, Marcus.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that.
With the horse,
I'm not worried about that.
What did
Marcus
Drew?
Murray State, man. Shout out to them boys, man. If I wasn't so tired, I would go over
Hey,
there.
I've asked you nicely. Now I'm forcing it. Mute his mic.
Murray State, man. My boy,
Drew, I don't know about you, man, but I do not like Jack Plummer as our quarterback.
No, I'm not sold. He had a better second half, but he looked real trash. So
he looked horrible in the first half.
What the freshman has, but I will say, if they won't even think about putting the freshman in, that must show you how far behind he is.
Yeah, agreed.
Brian Brown gonna turn y'all around, but it ain't gonna be this year. Y'all still ain't never gonna beat Kentucky. So
we're gonna beat y'all this year.
We already turning around this year. You act like beating Kentucky used to be a hard thing for us to do.
I mean, shit, y'all ain't done it in the past couple of years, and it's been a blowout.
We're gonna beat y'all this year.
The last 4 years, who had the 7 before that?
When y'all get some offensive and defensive linemen, then we'll talk. Until then, they happen.
Hey, if you need to quit worrying about us and worry about y'all's quarterback. I heard old boy from NC State was
He
terrible on
looked real
Saturday.
bad too, from what
I
I
mean, it's
heard.
okay. He just had one. We know he was the best quarterback in the ACC.
No.
No,
Drew, didn't we destroy
no
NC
way.
State? We destroyed them last year.
No way was he the but man. You gotta have to go on, Jones.
UK should have been.
Before we get off here, Drew, the Clemson quarterback from last year, Ugalade, whatever his name is, where did he transfer to?
There ain't no telling. He wasn't better
Oklahoma or something, I think.
It is. You're right. Oklahoma. That's where he went.
I think that's where he went. He went to Oklahoma.
Man, Clemson got
he was
busted.
Be better than Deshaun Watson. I was wrong about that one.
No, it'll be really hard to be better than what he was
as a freshman. I mean, he's got the frame. He's got that Dante Culpepper frame and had that big arm. Yeah. But with all quarterbacks, it's about decision making, and he just ain't got it when it comes to that.
Nah.
I hope Louisville is decent, so it could be a better looking game when we play y'all. Still gonna be a blowout. UK's gonna blow y'all out.
Y'all ain't blowing us out this year, Jones. I'm gonna even say we might. From what I saw out of the two teams on Monday, we might even got a chance against y'all this year.
I think they didn't even blow us out last year. They beat us by 8 last year.
Right. And we were crap last year.
And we had a terrible coach last year. Satterfield was garbage. I'm so glad he's gone.
I've ever seen at Louisville since the Dave Ragone days.
Man,
who was that?
Since Dave Ragone, Malik Cunningham was about the worst quarterback I've seen since them days.
He was a good athlete, but he could not pass the ball.
Yeah.
Y'all about to beat Murray State whenever y'all get into conference play. I think y'all played Boston College the other day.
We already played conference play. We 1-0 in the conference, baby.
Who was at Boston College, right?
Against the team who knocked off Clemson last year, didn't they?
Who was it? Boston College?
Mm-hmm.
Georgia Tech.
Georgia Tech.
Football team. So there you go.
This is the year we finally beat Clemson. This is the year.
Of course, you just seen Duke beat them. That ain't nothing to brag about.
Duke might be the team to beat in the ACC, though.
Man, no, Florida State.
Oh, yeah, no, my bad. I'm from Florida State's ungodly fast.
Yeah,
I did not.
What's that quarterback's name at North Carolina?
Drake May.
Yeah,
Drake May.
Their quarterback. Yeah,
he's nice.
Hey,
they just found out their wide receiver's not eligible.
I tell you what, man, North Carolina is starting to turn into quarterback U.
That's why I said they're a nice quarterback. They keep a nice one.
Drake May will be a top 10 pick. That might be the Bucs' next quarterback.
I think so as well.
But you know what? None of them do good in the NFL, so there you go.
Sam Howell's just getting started. Relax.
None of them do good in the NFL. That's all I'm saying. North Carolina ain't had a good NFL player since Julius Peppers.
He's not wrong. Can't argue with him.
I was going to say, I'm over here trying to think to discredit
I hope he does go to the Bucs.
I was trying to think, too. I couldn't.
Let's campaign that this quarterback goes to the Bucs. He's going to keep them right where they're supposed to be at.
Hey, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, you're going to be cool with them because they're going to come sit on your couch. They ain't even going to the game. They're taking off to come hang out with you.
It looks like I got plenty of room. It's okay.
Got nothing to play for. Let's go hang out with Ike on the couch.
Hey, man.
I can't stand Jones.
I'm not worried about that.
Not either. Why would you?
Because a couple years ago, my team won a Super Bowl.
Tom Brady won a Super Bowl.
My team won
All I know is this. Last thing I'm going to say before I get out of here. The last thing we remember from Tom Brady was getting destroyed in a playoff game by my Dallas Cowboys. And they did get destroyed.
Yikes.
We beat that man so bad he had to retire.
Yikes.
They had no line. They didn't deserve to be in the playoffs.
It don't matter.
It was like the year we made it, and they whooped our ass. We didn't deserve to be there.
When you say our biggest accomplishment in the last 30 years is we beat a 45-year-old man.
Tell him hang a banner, Ike.
So wait a minute. When y'all won the Super Bowl with a 43-year-old Tom Brady, that was impressive, right?
It was impressive.
Their
Nobody-
defense won that Super Bowl, but Tom was still.
Oh,
Tom was all right
absolutely.
that year.
Nobody will remember the Bucks win the Super Bowl. They'll remember Tom Brady, not the Bucks.
Their defense did what Jonathan
Hey, man.
Gannon's dumbass couldn't figure out how to do to Pat Mahomes.
Right.
Jones,
Yeah.
anybody that's freaking 27 or 28 and under has no clue about a 49ers Super Bowl.
Yeah, they do. They still playing Joe Montana football. Throwback, Sega. Stop playing.
That's the only way they know them. It's from
Man.
Sega.
Nobody played that game, man. Nobody played that game. They were playing Madden. Nobody's playing that.
They ain't won a Super Bowl since PlayStation just came out.
Yeah.
I don't even think
I don't think PlayStation was out.
yet.
PlayStation,
Show the Bucks.
PlayStation was out.
They don't even show the Bucks quarterback's name on, man. It's just number 16. No, number 16.
What's Baker's number? What's Baker's number? That's what they see on there.
So
6. That's all you see is number 6 on there.
they're not gonna show Mayfield. It's gonna be a number. That's it. All of them.
That's hilarious.
Names. That's how you know they
That's
do.
hilarious.
That's how you know they do.
All right, fellas, I gotta get out of here, man. It's a great show. I'm glad to be part of it.
Man.
In the words of Nephew Q, the Bucks gonna win 10 games, baby.
No, he lied. He lied to you, then.
I'll holler at
Goodbye.
They gonna cut our feet after that. We better hurry up and get out of here.